The man raised his rifle and took aim at an antelope. He pulled the trigger, but the bullet struck the animal in the rear. Watching it bolt in the opposite direction, he didn't rush. He knew a wounded antelope couldn't get far, so he strolled after it from behind. When he reached the spot where it had been hit, he noticed a fresh pool of blood on the ground. Something felt off. He scanned the distance and spotted not an antelope, but an injured hunting dog. That could only mean one thing. There had been a gunfight nearby. The man followed the dog's trail in the opposite direction. From the top of a ridge, he saw several vehicles parked down in the valley. Carefully, he made his way closer to see what had happened. The scene was a mess. Bodies, wrecked cars, bullet holes everywhere. He checked each vehicle one by one. None showed signs of life, until he opened the door of one truck. The man stepped back. Someone was still alive. He quickly grabbed the guns from inside.
I ain't got no water.
He told the wounded man. Then he walked around to the back of the truck and found it packed with cargo. If the goods were still here, then someone must have fled with the cash. From the tracks and blood trail, it was clear whoever ran was badly injured. He wouldn't have gotten far, and in this scorching desert, the only way to survive would be to find shade. Sure enough, the man soon spotted a figure slumped under a large tree, but he didn't rush in. He crouched and observed for a while. When the figure didn't move, he finally approached, only to find the man dead. Beside the body was a black case. He popped it open, and froze. Inside was $2 million. He knew this kind of money could bring nothing but trouble, but with that kind of cash, he'd never have to hunt again. He took the case home. That night, lying in bed, he couldn't shake the unease. Finally, he grabbed a jug of water and returned to the shootout site, planning to help the man still trapped in the truck. But when he opened the door, the man was already dead, shot through the head. He looked toward his own truck and saw several men standing by it. He'd been spotted. They jumped into their vehicle and sped toward him. He turned and ran the other way, but no man on foot can outrun four wheels. The only thing saving him was the darkness and the rough ground, which made several bullets miss by inches. He reached a small riverbank but took a shot to the shoulder. Without stopping, he leapt into the water. To his shock, they released an attack dog. The dog was closing fast. He scrambled onto a shallow patch of land, waited for the lunge, and shot it dead at point-blank range. Now he knew, if he stayed home, his wife would be in danger. He told her to go to her mother's place. Then he took the case of cash and checked into a roadside motel. He hid the money inside the air vent of room 137, then booked the neighboring room 138. That choice ended up saving his life. By now, the hitman Anton had locked onto room 137 through a tracker. Not wanting to draw attention, Anton removed his shoes and crept up to the door. Using a captive bolt gun, he blew out the lock cylinder, pushed the door open, and fired 2 quick shots inside. But another man suddenly appeared. Anton shot him off his feet. As Anton stepped forward to check, he saw in the mirror the reflection of an arm. The man begged for his life, but Anton, not wanting to stain his clothes, pulled the shower curtain closed and finished him with a single shot. He searched the room for the case, unaware the man had pulled it into room 138 through the vent and slipped away. It wasn't until Anton noticed scratch marks inside the vent that he realized this target had sharp survival instincts. Anton didn't give up. The man moved to another motel, but lying in bed he couldn't shake the fear that the killer could track him anywhere. To be sure, he opened the case, and found a small tracking device hidden among the bills. Judging by the speed of the blinking light, the killer was closing in.